Good time zone, YouTube friends. We're going to jump into a premiere draft of Midnight Hunt because I am ready to lose. That's right. Wasn't really ready to lose last night, so I quit playing. I didn't optimize all of my accounts. I don't do that, optimize all my accounts every day anyway, but like I left one completely fallow because I was done with Magic. I realized that if I clicked the play button, and this is even at standard at this point, we're not even talking about a draft match with stakes. I just realized that that the chance of unhappiness from clicking the play button was way higher than the chance of happiness from clicking the play button, and that I was just being stubborn to continue playing Magic when my attitude was now sour on it. And I can recover quickly, but I also need to own when it's happening and recognize that as a time to let it go and not chase, especially chasing is a kind of a gambling term for when you go into a casino and you lose some money and you feel like, well, I just need to play more and I'm going to win it back. That's chasing, right? And you can get that attitude about Magic as well and end up playing when you're not in the best mental state to do so. And that gets me back around to what I opened with. I was talking with Tron yesterday about handling bad runs in a format and what to do about it, and I was mentioning, stop playing if you're not having fun and be aware of your capability to take a loss before going in, and thus asking myself, are you ready to lose? Are you ready to lose? Because you might do it. Every time you press play, you might lose. So if you're not ready to lose on some level, maybe go do something else. If you're ready to win, though, you're going to check out my sponsor, cardkingdom.com, because they're going to help you do that on the tabletop. Yeah, variance is going to get you sometimes, but, you can always join the arms race of Commander and buy some of the most powerful cards available in the format and show your friends what's what. Take it out on them. Having a rough stretch in your draft format of late. Be unfriendly in Commander. Go buy yourself some broken crap and just pound on your poor roommate who barely plays. Just crush them. And but with a big old smile so that they keep playing, right? We're going to keep playing. That's all we can do. Draft our way out of this. I'm having a bit of a rough run this week even. It's not even last we had a 7-0 last week. I remember being competent at this format. I just haven't felt super competent lately. But we're going to dive in and try to correct in progress. And look at us. I've dropped below 5,000 gems for the first time since I started this account. Of course, we have almost 300,000 gold, but it's kind of funny to be this low on gems. Let's hit the draft. Splendor. The card that's not an angel, but you want it to be. Sweet, we opened not angel at all. Okay. Liberator is monocolored and uncommon, and okay. I mean, I like a 2/2 that it's often a 3/3 and can become a naturalize effect as needed. I think that's a nice nice package. Flesh Taker is nice in the black-white deck, but it is two-colored. We could take the Root Coil Creeper and try to be very different. Diagraph Horde is probably the pick. I'm just resisting it, I mean, we could take the Creeper and you know what? Gang, this is the right pick, but I'm ready to lose today. I want to try something new. Let's see if we can get into this lane. Hey, look, followed up with a card that's really great for this lane. You're low on Creeper. I've never really played with or against it, so I'm kind of still in science mode on the whole, this whole plan. Does Sifters work? I mean, not that we take it here. I hope we wheel one of these two, but I'm curious if Sifters is a thing for green, blue, since we're trying to get stuff in the yard. Sprout, I mean, this seems like this is one of those cards that I'm like, oh, an uncommon 1-drop that seems like it could be a thing. Like, I don't know, sometimes I'm way too late and like the world is like, this might be a $5 foil uncommon already or something, but if not, these are the cards, the kind of cards as a speculator that I eye as the $5 to $10 uncommon foil down the road. Could we be this? Maybe there's this Sultai spider spawning deck, but this is kind of the deck for the amalgam, right? Or maybe we try to wheel this and just take a small greenie. You like Seize the Storm? I'm going to take the 3/1 because I'm trying to do the green blue. Are you thinking that like you just want to get into this deck? I'm kind of soft forcing the creeper move, but Sentry is going to be fine. Secrets of the Key is playable in this deck, I hear, again, but I don't think we take that here. Yeah, Shadow Beast seems good, right? Is what this is doing. Fair enough. I mean, I get why you'd want it, Media. Like the C's both milling it for value and it doing the milling you're looking for. Rise, though, is cool. I mean, we want a Castaway too, right? But Rise is a little more on plan, a little more on point. Larder Zombie seems like it could do the thing. Snarling Wolf is fair, but we've seen you just want the Wilder. Oh yeah, I guess if we want to play potentially red cards, these come late too, and I don't, as we kind of learned yesterday, I don't really want many of these, but I would play the one. Yeah, we could spec on Trapper, but I like the Chorus of Wilds from chat in that this is going in any deck, and we're not exactly sure. And I don't mind passing the Larder. You say Larder for sure. I'm like, it was definite option for sure. Path to the Festival could continue potentially being part of this ramp and flashback thing going on here. Yeah, but this is like a I'm calling this out, but I think it's actually, if I would take a green card, I would take the Guide, but consider allowing you to put stuff in your graveyard is fine. White sure seems open. We could just, again, this is more sciencey. Like, I'm kind of ignoring signals here and trying to be this thing that I've never been before in the format. I've literally never played blue-green, so I'm just trying to kind of do it. The Outrider I like. There's a lot of them, but the Outrider has performed for me. I don't know, maybe we don't see that card the same way. Elementalist, if we're looking at a possible splash and we don't like the Path, but of course Path helps the splash. I think I'm going to take the Path first, and then between Path, which I'll even put in the board for now, well, I'll leave it in main. But I think we take the Path, and then with Path and Wilds, we're very close to being able to splash, and then we can pick up an Elementalist here. And oh yeah, my format info is often wrong during the draft because I remember to set it at the end. We'll take an Amalgam here, though. That feels like it would be fine in this deck. Feels like it's at best in green, blue, and white, blue. I don't think Bramble Armor is very good. No, it doesn't seem to do enough for its clunkiness. We'll be clear on the red signal for somebody. Although, yeah, actually, we might play some red cards. So, not that we'll play these, but this is in my mono green deck. This is a fun new addition to Standard for your mono green players. It's not the pick here, though. Too intensive. Although, kind of, we don't have a lot of blue yet. We could try to mono green it. You want to do it? Phantom Carriage is also interesting. Yeah, we're kind of the carriage deck. I want to take this, but I'm gonna take the carriage. This has been a house against me in general. You take revenge over carriage. That's fair too. Maybe I'm just on playing cards that I haven't been playing a lot of. Organ Hoarder, I've been playing a lot of, but we're gonna take it. There's another revenge. Outland Liberator would be welcome as well, but we're gonna do this. Another Creeper. Rejuvenator helps us splash and ramp, but we're gonna take a second Creeper. Yeah, also helps that splash potential. Another Shadow Beast sighting, but we also have an Angler. Probably just want the Angler over to support our 2s. Also has mill value. So similar job, cheaper mana. Yeah, I wouldn't mind another Shadow Beast, but I also don't mind the first Angler. Really don't mind second Sprout. That's right on plan. This looks good too. Here's another Shadow Beast sighting, and I wouldn't mind another one, but we're going to take this cool interaction here. You'd just take another beast over the Mega Trick. You think it's awful? I mean, it's a lot of mana to hold you open. I believe you. All right, well, chat's on beast number 2. I'll listen to chat. Smarter than me. But I don't think this is awful. I'd happily run one of these. Got to be careful with it, though. You're certainly right about that. Another Outrider showing openness of white. We could take a third green 1-drop and really kind of lean into that early aggression plan. But I don't really like this card. I think the pump is asking a lot. Maybe just want another Wilds. I'm going to take the Wilds. If I'd known this was here, maybe I'd take some. But there's another Wolf opportunity, but a Geist Wave is fine here. Really feel like, yeah, we're not very aggro, right? We're trying to make it to our inevitability, and a couple of Geist Waves help with that. We can even save our Sprout and draw a card if it's not active yet and it's threatened to die, that kind of thing. This is feeling pretty good for late second pack. At this point, though, I'm just going to take, well, this is the kind of thing we might end up playing. I'm gonna take Candle Trap. We're not gonna play white, right? I don't care about taking that from somebody else. I could see, because this has flashback and we have the ability to splash, I could see that potentially being a thing. Nothing. I guess we'll take the. I mean, we're not playing the Sacred Fire, so I guess I'll take this. Sacred Fire still probably would have been correct for purely for chest, wild cards. Zombie or Rejuvenator? Zombie. Guess. We don't really need, with double Creeper. Rejuvenator is not really where we want our ramp, so we'll give the Zombie a try. And yeah, having one is fine. I just found that having multiples got real bad real quick. Well, this is following us around in the third pack, but we're not prepared to take it today. Not gonna triple splash this. But Covetous Castaway is nice, except it's hard to get dead if you have to play it. Turn the Earth. Is this a Turn the Earth deck? Yeah, well, you're right. We'll probably wheel that. I'm wondering. There's also a generic beef. There's also a slash. You know, we could just take a slash. I'll take the Castaway because, but again, I like this when I'm sacrificing stuff for value a little more than. Look at there's this could be a splash card. Over what, especially, like we're talking about some super replaceable cards in our color. So we're taking the Opportunist and considering it for a splash, since we have 2 Creepers, an Evolving Wilds, and a Path that we could play if we deemed it necessary. Defenestrate could give us some more interaction as long as we're splashing the black. If we don't take that, we have no green that we want because we're not taking this. So you think we have enough going on for Delver? Let's see. Not really. You taking gems? I don't care about... I mean, we might literally splash this depending on where things break. I would rather take a card we might play than gems on an account that doesn't need gems. But if you're an account that needs gems, go for it. So now first Farmer over Shadow Beast 3. Revival. Something we would play maybe if it wheels, but not a priority here. Yeah, good 3-drop for us, right? In a deck that doesn't have any. If we're splashing black, we could consider this. There's also tapping that has flashback. We'll take this to consider it. Might as well leave it in for now. Certainly this is us doing something a little more interesting than usual. Siege, is that splashable? Probably not. Might just need some flying blocking. If we're trying to go long and we don't have anything for the air, that's not great. So I am going to take the flyer just to have something up there. We have an amalgam. I don't want to. I mean, I might even play 2, but I'm saying, given that we don't have a flyer yet, I like the flyer over that. Dreadhound maybe, quote, splashable with our sick fixing, but we just take a Startle and be happy about that, or a Silver Bolt for interaction that doesn't require black. But Startle's good enough to just take. Blade Brand, not splashing that. Not splashing Stormy. Take another Path for the consideration of it. Lunar Frenzy would be an interesting splash, honestly. But I'm not double splashing, and I like the black we have better. But I guess if we got a... yeah, the red's been insane, and this had a deal 3 in it, too. Cover up. Cover up, buying some stuff back seems okay. Over, again, ramp that is not really where we want the ramp. Vampire is maybe splashable too, yeah. Not what I'm thinking we need the splash for, but I guess it does as a 3/4 flyer. I mean, taking a 3/3 flyer, so it certainly was a consideration. Another wave. Rush. Here's an amalgam anyway. We'll think about it. I don't think we need 2. What do you know? The world's pretty down on red. But I'm going to cut it here. We don't quite... I mean, you could make a case. We got the burn. We've got the frenzy. And I don't think we'd splash the Rush, but I do want to consider the Defenestrate here. And I like these. I think we can do these 3. I've never played this, but this feels like a deck where even if we're not getting huge discounts, it's kind of it's what we're kind of doing. And what do we cut? We could cut a Consider as just fine, but not high impact. Path, I'm wanting to keep here. I guess I cut a Consider. Yeah, let's drop an Amalgam. That's a good call. I forgot we had 2 in there still. I wasn't intending to run 2. I think 1 is fine. Rebirth kind of gets us a second if we really need it. I hear you. Maybe we don't need this with 2 wilds and a creeper. I mean, that's pretty fair. We're with 1 swamp, 2 wilds, and 2 creepers. We 5 sources of black with 2 of them pretty killable, but 5 sources. All right, you've convinced me. We can cut that. And best of 1. We could go to 16. We do have 2 evolving wilds, and when you use these, you thin your deck even further. So sometimes if you're forced to crack a wilds or 2 early on thin land, you make it even thinner to find the additional land you need. But with Farmer and 2 creepers and Startle to Cycle and Hoarder on 4, we're likely to be able to get to 6. But yeah, that's what I was just going to get to. My problem is that we are looking to cast 8 mana flashback spells and 7 mana flashback spells. So I'm going to take all the mana we have here and just be happy that we can play a straight 17 and still be pretty confident about our big mana stuff because of the other stuff we've got going on. No, we're running only 3 colors. There was a lot of red, but I was only taking it to keep it as an option, not because we expected to actually splash red. But this could be a deck right here, right? I like it. I like that we pivoted away from... I mean, we could have taken black and been okay, but we have a perfectly viable deck here. We'll see how it does. I am ready to lose. There's an old 95 Mariners slogan, refuse to lose, when they went on this streak to make the playoffs. And I'm kind of trying to come up with a refuse to lose pun that's the opposite, because... you want to consider over a land? Consider over land is also a consideration. But I'm going to stick with this for now. How about... there we go. I like that. Yes, there's an inherent garbage joke in refuse to lose. I like my gag, though. We'll leave it. Let's find our lands. No, 17 is fine. I had people trying to argue me to 16 meta, but 17 with 2 creepers and eccentric farmer seems fine to me at 17 plus. That's 20 cards that increase our that are mana abilities effectively. Organ Hoarder, you could make an argument for 2, but it's 4 mana, so I won't call it that. Devious Cover-Up was a reasonable point. Like, Devious Cover-Up's kind of my 23rd card here. We can consider what we might want instead of that later. Yeah, we're splashing and have mana sinks, which is why 20 sources of mana seems good to me. I think we put 18, we might feel like we're flooding. Maybe this deck feels like it can never flood because of what it's trying to do. But I feel like I'm not being undisciplined to not run 18 here. I feel like I'm being disciplined to not... it doesn't take a huge amount of discipline to not do 17, or not to do 16, but I like this. Which is generally better, Fading Hope or Geist Wave? I've really liked the Geist Wave ability to save your creature and basically 2-for-1 their removal. Like when you Geist Wave and they try to target your creature for kill, you're really 2-for-1ing some of their best cards. And 2 is twice as many as 1, so that's no joke, leaving up 2 as opposed to 1. But I do love that self-interaction that the wave has. So like math with the counterpoint there. So anyway, before we jump in, I'm wondering if I want to cut the cover up for... We could do a third wave or just the Consider. What about cut the cover up and play the Consider? And then this should make Media feel a little better too. Like this is not fixing per se, but it's fixing, right? You know what I mean? If we're desperate for land, this can help us there. Is double cover up a viable game plan? Yeah, maybe. I don't. I think Mehdi and I just see the game a little differently. I mean, that this is not cuttable. I think is. I mean, it's always justifiable to keep, but it's not a huge impact. But it's a nice tiebreaker here. Like I think that at least settles us on mana, and I do like it because it can play as more mana, as a 21st mana card if we need it, or additional spell if we need it. So I like that. So let's do that. But I don't. Boy, what kind of interaction would you have to have for Devious Cover-Up ×2 to be your plan? I think there's just some decks that are so resilient to the removal plan that you might just lose to them, but it'd be very good against, like, cover-ups plus card draw plus removal would be a plan against a lot of decks in the format. Excuse me. This close to an on-air coffee disaster. This is what's been happening to me. 2 and 3 land openers, only 1 color. It's been very frustrating. Very frustrating. And we're on the play. Like, I'm gonna mulligan this. This we get perfect opener. We'll keep this. I might bury the swamp. But frankly, Organ Hoarder, waving back Hoarder is just so strong. Man, I guess I probably just let the wave go, though. I would love to wave this back, but that's looking too far ahead. We just keep this and ditch the wave. And then we have a 1-2, do something, hopefully, and then Organ Hoarder on 4 all seems pretty solid. The festival path is pretty darn clunky for ramp, and our fixing is really good. And I would almost just rather run that 18th land than the super clunk land searcher. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's get you the right scene. Free memes. Let's turn that one off. Wait. Oops. Instead, I turned that one on. Wrong one. There we go. You got the back-to-back. That's fine too. Now we got our Hoarder mana. That's nice. Perfect would be a 3-drop of some kind, but I'm not complaining about where we're at given the mulligan. Splash card down. That hand was fine. You would have kept the 3-island land, the 3-island hand. I didn't think it was fine. Really? Wasn't doing anything for... Like, at best, it was doing something on 3. Yeah, I guess we can trade here because we're not getting it. We're not getting Coven next turn anyway. If we're getting Coven off the Hoarder next turn, I would consider waiting, but we may as well send this. And the trade helps here. Should be flipping this soon. We got 2 cards and 2 creatures in the yard now, and we're curving out to 5, so that's cool. Let's see. Is Flash Wolf? I really don't want to lose this to the Flash Wolf for 1 point of damage, so we're not going to attack here. We're just going to, especially if there's no pause at all here for the Hoarder, I might. But let's really look for the pause here. Yeah. We're not attacking. Let's put Farmer in hand, and then we get all the value. We get a Disturbed card and a land to get back. Not that we didn't have one, but Farmer can get back a land. Show me a wolf. Uh-huh. 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 Ooh. Get your memes together, Ryan. Day and night, night and day, and it hasn't even happened yet. Carriage to top off the curve. This one's coming up Millhousey. No great... Oh, we milled the Castaway? Yeah, gosh. So... What we don't have is attacks because of a 2/4. But this is going to grow, and we got lots of good things to do here. We can go Angler, Farmer, and ensure that we get our 6th mana. Castaway would be fine, too, just getting in the air. So it's either... cast a 3-power flyer, or put 1 power of flying in the air, cast a Farmer, and make sure that we drop a Carriage next turn. Chat seems to want a flyer. Yeah, the Wolf has reach. That's a good point, meaning that this 3/4 is significantly better than this 3/3. That's true. I can cast 3 power flyers for 2 turns anyway, but not a 4 power flyer. So that's all right. We can build up to that. All right. So let's start with a Castaway then. And then we might draw the land naturally and just go Carriage. And if we don't, we have the Angler Farmer fallback plan. Oh, yeah. So let's send Morbid back in. And that's it. We don't want more lands here. No, why? What? I want this for the value, and I want this to sack to the Hulk. I'm looking ahead to food. That's true. Maybe I have enough food here, but there's only one. I mean, I'm just looking ahead. I'm hoping this feller eats until we win. Oh, sorry, you get your Airbud meme. I always forget that one. I'm getting a little better about many of the memes, but Bounding Wolf...
He's right! Ain't no rules that the dog can't play basketball!
Found the land. Very nice. You want to get ants? With the farmer, we're sure close to casting the ants, aren't we? Let's start by sending the Castigator. Just get a beast and know we're casting that pretty soon. A single 4/4, 2 3/3s. Maybe you just want the beast. What about that? Tron's on the beast. Raptor wants the beast. Let's look at the battlefield. Yeah, beast trades with the can attack through a rejuvenator at least. You don't think it does as much? I mean, that's what it does, right? It attacks through the rejuvenator if this thing gets off the battlefield. But really, we're trying to win through these flyers, right? I don't know. Might even want this so that we can get our flyer back if it dies. What about the rebirth? And then because look, if this wins, great. If this dies, we're going to want to get it back. So I've talked myself into rebirth. Like, we either win in the air or they stop it. And if they stop it, this puts us back on track to win in the air. And it gives us another trigger here, and we can go get the ants then or whatever. Yeah, it's not about bringing something back right now. It's about preserving our win here. Unfortunately, Crossroads Candle Guide is going to get it. How playable is this? Not super. I mean, it's not... it's colorless. It does something against a lot of the decks in the format. We've still got the flyers, so let's clock them. But maybe we consider first. Let's consider. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Ooh. Put that in your graveyard. I decline. Well, actually, we don't hack. We're low on creatures again, so this isn't going to flip immediately. Maybe we do want to send this in, and then it just feeds this one. Yeah. We don't have enough going. If we had the 3 in the yard to flip it right away, I think I would, but we don't, so I'm not. 5/5 could make some trades here, but I'm still going to let it get bigger and bigger. Especially as they're green, red, and really only have power, you know, toughness-based removal. Unless they have some death touch going on. But we'll make them have that. And now we have Spirit flashed in to add to the air, even though their wolf can trade, at least it's a trade, and continues to ask for answers for these other flyers. It's not nighttime, so this isn't, let's say, okay, well, they're just going for that. I mean, see, they had this incidental graveyard value I like. This, I don't mind that they spent a card on that. Oh, they're naysayers? To me, this seems pretty powerful. If you get it early, it's going to help you enact your graveyard game plan, and it'll help trigger itself. And generally, if you draw this late, it untaps and flips. I mean, it's a 3/3 for 1, which is not great late, but it's... Yeah, now, not that I haven't given you these memes enough, but... Yeah, obviously the more graveyard action you have, the better this is. But Oppo is Dunzo. Oh man, did I have it? I haven't forgotten your new celebratory meme hat. I just don't have it. I thought I even might have had it in, was just looking for it, but I don't. So I'll use this one.
Bender, honey, we love you.
Shut up, baby, I know it.
We have some surveyors at our house today doing some of the work we need to get done to do our build. We're looking to build a detached additional dwelling unit in our backyard. Nice. We get the creeper. Oh, Larder, you're late. Could have played you. Instead, I'm going creeper now. I've actually been selling so many darn magic cards, I had to emergency order some of my security envelopes so that I can continue to ship them uninterrupted. That was not the I love you bark, no. That was a little more nervous than that. Well, we can go farmer or we can two-spell. I almost like going farmer here because they might have some vampy stuff and two-spelling could do a flip. Yeah, Prof, you should have an email with a tracking number since your order was was at tracking levels. Anyway, sorry, back to this game. Farmer or Larder or Sentry. I'm going to go, since we don't have something in the yard yet, for sure on the farmer, I'm going to go Larder and Sentry. And then next turn when we farmer, we can, not that we couldn't do it the other way, but basically playing these three over the course of the next two turns lets us start zombieing. Don't play with me, 'cause you're playing with fire. No blocks. That's a powerful card. And we'll see what we can do about it. Starting with hopefully finding some more land so we can get this carriage out sooner than later and cast this amalgam next turn. Okay, whew. It's like, come on, don't whiff. We avoided whiffing and we got our splash to boot. We now threaten a double block on the Stormseeker, so that's good. But what's more worrisome is what they follow with here, because they get to haste up and improve anything they cast. I like Hat's response to your morality question there, Phil. Give him a little more time, but then enjoy your gift. You're on double block the Stinger, or double block this if they attacked. This they can pump. Yeah, I guess it would have been a 1-for-1. We could have done that. I like Amalgam, though. Amalgam just blocks really well here. Cool. Love it when we bin this. And we can also start zombieing if we don't get attacked. I mean, we can do it even if we do get attacked, but if we don't attack is what I meant to say. And we don't have them yet. Speaking of brutal, well-named card. This card is brutal. Oh, but it, if I can keep it nighttime, they don't get it. That's funny. I forgot. If it enters at night, it doesn't do the thing. But if it does if it transforms, it does. So if it becomes daytime again, it will. Really? It says, when this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Brutal Cathar. That's just what I mean, right? Reading the card explains the card. I'm not being snarky, I'm being reminded, you know, it's funny because it's so difficult, it's so often not true. Go, Drownyard Amalgam. Probably gonna run out the Castaway, let them, if they come up with a double spell, they get to transform and nab it, but then we can drop the Carriage and try to carry the game from there. I'm not sure what we're looking for. I want the land, so I guess I'm hoping to mill away a graveyard value spell to uncover a land. Although we have the Castaway plan, so that's fine too. So let's just see what we see. Really, I just want value. I'd like to find something with flashback, or see, we're going to decline that, and we're going to play that, and after we cast away. So that's we're going to keep that friendly one. Although we do have a rebirth, so we could just get it back. But we have the Castaway play, so let's do that. Pausing on 1 red at night, so it's probably deal 3. We'll keep that in mind. Wouldn't mind a creeper back. Geist, well, let's get Hoarder back in. We don't have any of our graveyard chewers here. I do want to draw land, so you can even make a case for putting land back in. I think Creeper, I would like to draw. This I would less like to draw, as I would like to eat it eventually. But, like, I think these 3 action spells are fine. It makes us a little less likely to draw the land right away for the carriage, but even if that's the case, we have other things to do. We had a 3/6, so we would have blocked and killed it. Would have been a nice eat. If they have that. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. That's just a guess. It could be something else. Let's see. Any of these trigger? No, it's got to be something. You can go look and see if there's some. Oh, there's the destroy artifact and pump attacker combat trick. When did it pause, though? I don't think you could play that right now. Sorry, I'm playing slow. Sorry, Oppo. Sorry, gang. This is why I ran out of time yesterday. Too much talking when I could be passing and talking. Lunar Frenzy is a great call, Siriana. I like that a lot. Castable technically to create the pause, but not something you'd want to do in that spot. Well thought. So that's great too, because that's one to really think about. That's a high likelihood of being correct and something we can be deliberate about playing around or playing into, just being like, okay, let's make him use it now. But then again, there is a slash, so maybe they didn't see it? I don't know. I love that they're using, I mean, it is the best thing they can target here, but this is pretty good for us that this is their use of that. And we'll tap everything but the big 3/6. Could leave stuff on D, but... Yeah, actually, let's think about this. Well... They'd have attacks with the 2/3, but not really with much else, so I think we do it. They can haste the Menace guy, but that's still okay. And I'm going to take the action because I don't want this land, if I'm going to get land. But this is getting hot under the collar for sure. We can take 4, and that's the important thing here. This is the only one they had. Now we lose our flyer, but maybe we get another one. Or if we lose our amalgam, that's okay too. We're going to make a... we can get it back even. So, oh no, it's exile. So that is, it could be a problem. Love to find some of that removal we splashed, but we can't do anything about this, so okay. Creeper, well, I put it back in. This might be the one we got back. We can at least play this in the Opportunist and then set up to draw some cards on blocks here. But at 7 life, we're going to stay fully back and try and... find a way. Thing is, if this flips back and forth, it gets a fresh body every time. That's kind of the gameplay here, is that you're trying to make it night and day a bunch. Which is why I just want to find hard removal for it. Happy to see red-white doing something. You know, if I'm going to lose, at least not to blue-black is nice. But this is a lot of action for Oppo with us at a low life total. This we already liked the one from the other set that. Oh no, wait. Sorry, I was looking for this one. The Reckless Stormseeker being a rare version of the common from Forgotten Realms. Well, we found our land, so we can at least play our carriage. This doesn't give first strike, does it? Trample and haste. So we'll take this action. At 6, we can go. Well, we effectively get 7 with the creeper. So we could also go for ants. Probably need the ants and hope for a land to cast to get some life back and 2 blockers. Hat just thinks we're dead. I haven't really thought it through. I'm just playing what I can that makes sense. And we'll see here. Math is for blockers, but I'm not blocking yet. But I also trust chat. So seems like we're probably just dead. But again, I'll make blocks and we'll see what happens. Creeper taps for mana. And actually, we're already there. Sorry, I haven't even read my own Creeper. Creeper can cast this right now. Hoarder, interesting too, but at least Oppo didn't attack, so we're gonna go for the ants. Can't really attack unless we're... Yeah, can't, just because this becomes a 4/4 and then puts us in a tough spot. I mean, we could chump and draw, thanks to our opportunist, but... Anyway, let's see. Now we get to play the ants twice more. How do we play the ants twice more? Isn't it gone? How do we get that back? I don't know. Anyway, no attack. Sorry, we're gonna try and gain some draw some cards, but not with an attack here. Oh, creeper! I should read my cards again. Oh yeah, great. Yeah, that's totally the plan. Shut up. I said I never played this before. I do insert read meme here, but I don't feel like running it. It's a little long. Maybe Appa will scoop to our interesting combo. I need a listening stream for D. Somebody make me a... This is not a listening stream. Then we'll finally use that D video. All right, so this thing is trampling. It can pump twice, so we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points of trample and first strike. That is rough as heck. So let's see. We gotta... If we put enough on it, it dies, which we probably need to do. Yeah. So we put all this stuff on, and then they pump twice, and they can get 2 of 3, but then the third one lives and kills, so we'll do this. Huh. This also keeps it nighttime. We don't want this flipping back and taking another of our critical creatures here. Drawing a card doesn't suck. Land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from hand. Even more from yard. We can do this thing. We can get the ants back and cast them next time. Maybe Hoarder this time. Save up Creeper. Get back ants. So that's what I'm going to do here. But we don't want to two spell and. Yeah, we don't. So we're going to go get the ants and at the end of their turn and play Organ Hoarder here for a single spell. Hey, Defenestrate. Didn't we want to kill something important? Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah. And it's instant, too. Great. We'll do this. New plan, everybody. I guess I don't need to set a stop. But if I could do this and then it becomes daytime, and they get us on a ping. Yeah, ward is pay 3 life, so we got to be super careful here. Anyway, we'll say no attacks and figure out we can't cast it now, or we just end up dead. That's true. We let it flip back. It won't have the ward. Let's see if they'll do that for us, and then we can... but if they pass to pre-combat, I kind of like the Defenestrate the Vandal idea, too. All right, so they have 2 spelled, which means we're now just going to wait, let it flip, and get everything back on the kill. And it also lets us Creeper here. Is this giving it, does this give it trample and haste? The trample is so brutal here. 6 points of trample and needs to be dealt with again. But also again, I don't see, I mean, we need the Defenestrate for the brute flip and need to find a way to kill this. So, Yep, I know, trample, we got to deal with it. So I like Hoarder and Farmer. We can Creeper block sack, but it has trample, so block sack doesn't do anything. We'll do this. You double block with the flyers. That's fair. Save that point. Maybe I'm being greedy on that point. It could come down to the points here, but we're gonna get some life back now. All right. Do we have time? Might need to Defenestrate and ants later. Boy, this is close. We let this happen though, because then we get the ETB again. Can we survive if we don't Defenestrate? Yeah, we could also, cast this to create surprise blocker. So yeah, I think we do, but I like Hat's point that we can try to get some value on our turn. We can also rebirth the Hoarder to get extra blockers. Let's play this. So rebirth, hold up, Defenestrate seems... except can't cast 2 black spells. Never mind. But But we got to cast something, so I will cast the Angler. And I should have played the Evolving Wilds and cracked that. Now I'm sad about that, but I'm a little rope affected here. Yeah, maybe so. It is what it is. I mean, this is what we wanted. It's our best chance. They're pausing. We were worried about... I mean, we saw the deal 3, but it still could be. They still might have a X spell, but I feel like they have the X trick, they would have used it already, right? Do it this way. We might luck into some, and then we can find something if we don't luck into it. Mill them now? Where are we at? 13? Why are we milling them? Nah, I think we still got to go for it. We can do it. We can do it. So blocking here, trying to wreck face here, trying to simple trade here, and offer the double here. Block everything. Come on. Make him have something. Do your worst, Oppo. This is what we've got. I mean, they just have something here and win, but this is a pretty good play for us. Gives us a nice chance. Been a good game no matter what. I'm ready to lose. So let's see what this does. I don't even know. Did none of those die? Or did I already draw? I don't know. Oh, I guess I already drew. Yeah, because when we killed. Got it. Yep. I remember now. I just forgot it had triggered. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We can Shadow Beast, but this is where we got to rise and get some life back. But we can hold up a Consider. We can 6... We also have, so we have a potential 9 if there's something to do for it, but we can go, oh yeah, we can Consider, Angler, and Rise if we want to play the Forest. And I do think we want to cast everything, so let's do that. Let's play the actual land. Oh, I let myself get auto tapped there. That was my bad. It was lazy. I just let auto tap get me. Oh well. So I'm going to go for Angler since it's actual damage over Consider. But infrequently punished, but punished there. And what are we sending? Opportunist can go... Maybe we're even sending the Amalgam and saying, do your worst here and we'll double block. I think so. We got to get damage in. We got a lot of protection here. And we're going to make more ants coming up. Oh, Vandals are scary. But we're going to get some more life, so that's excellent. And at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we can have 10 total, 4 left after the rise. But that gets us nothing. So I'm on Evolving Wilds, although we don't really want to thin our library anymore anyway, so maybe we just don't even ever Evolving Wilds here. So let's start with... I don't even know if we want to consider... that's 6, but what will we... Let's look at what's in here. If we consider we're looking for... Oh, if we get Geist, Wave, or Startle, that's still pretty good. So yeah, we can do it. Decline, draw that. And now we get to swing away with everything. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We cannot rise and wave now. So there's that. But we can still send in... I like sending in this way. And then seeing what they do. But not the Amalgam. I'm going to hold the Amalgam right now to stay somewhat conservative. And make sure we have... Yeah, Beast and Wave is interesting, Rob. Beast, hold up, Wave. And that we can fall back on that if they come up with a double block here that we want to blow out. Yeah. So I like your line now, Rob, that we have a good wave use here. Can't cast that, right? Just this. Why is it shiny? You can't cast this, can we? Okay, I didn't think so. It just seemed like it was begging to be cast. Oh, you like Rebirth Creeper? Yeah, that's a play too. What do we get back? Yeah, maybe that would have put the most power out there. That's fair. I like Media's line. I just missed it. Yeah, 6 lands all game. They're halfway through their deck. We're almost all the way through ours, so that's funny. Now, yeah, I'm gonna keep our 3 outs here. So now we go. Yeah, Creeper for Castaway, get 3 cards back is nice. I like that. But yeah, we'll swing all for right now. Let's start with the attack, but I love the line to get back some deck thickness if we need it. Commando style. Well, now we might have to play Ants, depending on how this block goes. Ants does feel pretty safe, honestly. And they are going for the double, so they're in desperation block mode. So let's go... I mean, at this point, really, we might be playing around the Wrath. So... But maybe if we can't win... Like, if they... we pass, they Wrath, we untap, we draw our second to last card, we play enough power to win... No, we can beat a Wrath. So I think we should hold and... yeah, I guess rare burn spell. We'll do it. We'll do it. We can always rebirth on that plan anyway. If the plan is to recover from a Wrath and win, we do it with rebirth. But I'll save everything else here. Yeah, Morbid Opportunist could get us dead. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Wrath would kill us because of Opportunist draw. Fair enough. But looks like they didn't have it, and we got there. Whoa. Sorry for the slow play on my part there. That was a tough one, but we did get there. A worthy win.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
All right, nice start for us. Don't love Castaway in hand, but maybe Appa will be on the ground. We'll see. Certainly Sprout into Creeper is awesome, though. Even setting up the splashable Defenestrate. The splash Defenestrate. Like this, like this, like this, like this. Larder is going to help us get the Sprout active sooner than later. We're going to go Creeper for now. 2 Sprouts, 2 Creepers. Heck, I wonder if it, like... No, I can't really... I can't creep... I can't do it anyway, but... yeah, Larder... and Castaway are good buds, especially if you can have the Castaway still in your library, but there you go. We got some Value Town there, and only 1 blue land, but we can still cast 2 blue spells if we want because of the Creeper. Don't know if we want to. I guess we do, because then Larder, Zombie, Castaway, then that becomes our three creatures that are going to zombie for us. And I'm actually going to hold off on the Sprout because I think it's more important to get the Sprout flipped than to get in for 1 here. Locked. We don't have much sacrifice, so that's pretty good against us. We have some bounce, though. We'll end up waving this back to our hand at some point and showing Media's point about aura removal being weak. Ooh. Again, without a 4th land, I'm going to go ahead and mill this to both feed this Sprout and help us find our 4th land. Like, we could have gotten lucky and milled a creature there and flipped now. 2nd Creeper is not a land, but it's something approximating it, so we're going to play that out there, and we can send the Sprout now. Not the Castaway, though. I do want to lard harder. Cheap instant sorceries reduced by power level, and as it flips, power increases. I actually had to kill this the other day because it was starting to be oppressive, but it's work to get there. Yeah, I'm not really worried about defenestrating it yet. Ooh, let's not put that in the yard. Let's go ahead and amalgam. Oh, of course, I forgot that that was going to happen. So I got to remember that, like, scrying ahead of the sprout is not doing what we expect it to do. Try to remember that. We have the amalgam play anyway, but that was funny. One of our issues is, yeah, we can end up milling our only splash land. We do have the farmer to get it back, but our black is going to be much harder to cast now. We need this creeper to live. Maybe is a case for a second swamp. We didn't really talk about that, but it's making me think about it now. We have the same amount of black sources? Are you kidding? We have 2 evolving wilds that now can't get a swamp. I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you. Oh, okay. More often than not, I don't understand what the person in chat is trying to tell me than the person in chat being wrong about something. I'll mill what? But what if we don't keep it? What if we find on top a flashback card that adds value to our game? That's why we're doing it. Yeah, what if we get our creature and mill for the sprout? Or we get a flashback card, again, to put in the yard. So we get that in the yard, and then hopefully we find a creature, and that goes in the yard. Oh, in fact, I should pause now. Too late. I think Oppo is... I should have further zombied right now. But we... Yeah, that's too bad. We did get the flip, but we also lost our farmer, so we're fully on creeper for our black now. Good thing, though, we have some attacks. So, could even just defenestrate this thing. But we have, it's an instant, so let's just send in this the 3 powers. Before creeper gets burned, maybe I need to reread this. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna, maybe they have mana up. I'm hoping that we can maybe defenestrate for value or something. What if they're trying to block in Lunar Frenzy? Or they could do that. And yeah, that's fine. We have a rebirth we can get back now if we wanted. Yeah, defenestrate doesn't get me much because I would have to tap the thing I could attack with. Oh, it exiles. Okay. Yeah, we might kill it, but I'm attacking first anyway is the point. Yeah, we have the other sprout in the yard is true. We'll go wilds and crack this just to get some land out. And yeah, let's kill it. Why not? This means we don't get to zombie this time, but I like the line. That our only swamp is here. That's what I was saying. Media didn't think it was a risk. They were pretty low on cards. Yeah, we can rebirth the farmer and get it into play, but if they don't kill the creeper, we do have black mana, so it's not currently, like, urgent. And the creeper is going to add double for the yard. We can cast a Shadow Beast Sighting already. If we draw another land, we can cast Rise. Yeah, we can use the creeper also for the rebirth, and get farmer, or get our own phantom carriage. Let's get our own phantom carriage, and then get more ants in the yard. I like that. And we don't have attacks. I guess we could bluff attack with the amalgam. It's not blocking. So let's do that. Free attack here. They didn't buy it. Oh, we've used our other ants. Do we have? Oh, we only have one ants in this deck. It was two sightings, right? Never mind. We had two ants in our previous ant deck, so I was misremembering which deck I'm even playing here. Hey, Mama, welcome. We got our Castaway failing to be a 3/4 flyer, which is, again, the problem with this card. It can be hard to kill if you don't have an opponent looking to win on the ground. Three flyer does not match up well here. So maybe we just let it go. Yeah, I'm gonna take the action. Yeah, we can chump attack, it's true. We should be. I agree. I'll start doing that. We do get ants here if we want them. But I like offering the carriage for carriage. And we'll do the chump attack as well. I'm not going to send in the amalgam because I want to use the mana for our flashback stuff. All right, looks like they're giving us the Castaway. Or they're reading the Castaway and thinking about it now. Nope. Rob likes the unblockable zombie. We'll start doing that, but I like using the mana for this stuff while we have it. And we can even go get this for more. So that's the plan. Abomination in the air. Have I missed any memes? I don't think any of these are memes. Yeah, it's unblockable as long as they don't have a bounce block. They need the 3/4 for our 3/3 army. More land for... Okay, now we can... 7, 8, 9... We can even angler. Get hyper wide. Send in the chump attack and continue to just get wide enough that we can win from width. Oh, they have the bounce block. I was even just saying that, right? But oh well. Make him do it. Boo earns. But cost him a full card. Cost us half a card. draw a land, we're on Shadow Beast sighting actually unblockable Amalgam. If we don't draw a land, we can choose what our plan is. Gotta watch for... All right, Accursed Burnin'. At least it can't take our Amalgam out. Red-blue spells has been good against me of late. I mean, everything has, but red-blue spells in particular. It's been at least encouraging to see red do some work in the format. Makes sense to start attacking with that flyer. They got to get their damage in as well, but the 3/4 is too important on blocks for them to attack with. All right, so there's the land. That just... oh, I forgot to larder, sorry. I kind of wanted the land anyway, so I would have taken land or spells there. And now we get... Send Amalgam and make another 4/4. They can kill it with fire, but we're going to make them do it. This was a very appealing looking card right out of the gate. Surely if red is good, Elementalist is good in red. Surely wherever red is good, Elementalist will be good in it. Because red's strength is its powerful burn spells in the format, really. And where are they going with it? They are going for... Can you show me what... Okay, thank you. I was like, what are you targeting? That's fine. Really, I don't want to lose our creeper, because our creeper gets it all back. Yeah, 4/4 maker seems better than 3/3 maker with life here, with the Amalgam being able to attack. But although getting extra wide, we might just get wide enough to be faster with 2 3/3s. So I'll think about it. But I'll remember to larder this time. As I do. Consider. In a sense, keeping Consider is getting us more quality for underneath, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. And get spend a mana to do a little better than the larder zombie. And now we're going to take that action. Sentry is fine. Activating our Sly attacker. Maybe I should have looked at it full on there, but I like where this is headed. Now we can creep at end of their turn and have the mana straight up to cast front and then back, or, you know, once and then twice the ant spell again. Yeah, more 4/4s. 2 4/4s or 4 3/3s. What's better on this board? I think 4 3/3s is better. That's what I'm thinking. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we draw a land, we have 9 mana, and we can even unblockable and make 2 3/3s. Although we don't need... I'm going to start with a larder zombie even and see what's coming. See, Organ Hoarder is sweet. We're going to decline. We're going to keep that, and then that makes me want the 4/4 because we're not going to have enough. Because I really want to go unblockable. We might need. I mean, maybe I'm just overthinking what should be lethal here. We can also take Rebirth. I forgot about that one. Let's take a look at the yard now on the Rebirth, because the carriage is still there, right? Boy, getting a flyer? Oh, we don't have the black... No, oh yeah, right, we're getting rid of the creeper. Good call. So we don't want that. So then I will go with my 7 mana play. But I guess we're casting front side, so maybe I should have gone with the 6. I'm not doing this very well, although we have... I am fumbling my way to what I think will be a win. They're at a virtual 5. They have 4 blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers, so we get in for 3 plus 1 guaranteed, which is not enough to be like completely lethal here. So I'm still on Amalgam, unblockable, almost no matter what. I should have gotten back the Ents. That's what I'm saying. Honestly, because I was thinking in terms of flashback cost, not front side cost. That's why. I was thinking I needed to decide if I was spending 7 or 8 this turn instead of 4 or 6. You know what I'm still great at, D? Timing you out. Timing you out when you tell me that I'm being loose after I'm telling you that I'm being loose. So don't need to hear that, D. I want to remake the point you just made, Ryan. You know what it gets you? Time out. We don't need a hoarder. Let's go ahead and play the 4/4. So at least I got an unblockable and a 4/4, so it wasn't the worst. That actually, that was good. It's not what I intended. I should have just gotten the Ants, but this is fine. Looks like their desperation flunge now. And let's see, we expect 8 points of first strike and trample, so consider us at a virtual 6 in thinking about these blocks. Well, we should assume frenzy and block accordingly. And on that front, it does give trample, right? Frenzy? It's just like straight up bolt. I just need to block. I guess if it's frenzy, we might just be dead to the flyers. So we just need to be sure we're stopping all of this ground damage, 100% of it. So this blocking here, one of these on one of these, and Larder on the 2/2. Oh yeah, demon. Wait, yeah, right. So this would successfully get it though, right? We don't need the 4/4 on the 3/3. If they have the frenzy, this keeps us alive and we crack back for the win, right? Am I wrong? I mean, if they have frenzy, we win from here. So I'm going to keep the 4/4 out of combat. Not quite frenzy. Hopefully we still live through this. All right. Well, ready to lose, but it hasn't happened yet. We're 3-0 with a sweet blue-green deck. Our friend Dionysus is always welcome around here and a good friend of the show, but he knows what he did. What's up, Rocket? On the play, got our splash, no blue, but with a sprout to start, I'm going to keep this. Watch us mill away island after island and never actually draw one. Oops, I gave the magic gods an idea. I'll play the swamp though. Keep them confused. Probably should just offer Sprout for Awakener, really. We really could. Awakener is a problem. I'm going to offer. They probably don't even take. And if they do, I'm down. I think their Awakener is better than our Sprout, is the bottom line. Let's see if Oppo gets a value discard. No. Well, Evolving Wilds is kind of like an island. Certainly are missing some land. We could defenestrate this, and then they have it disturb back for a 2/1 looter flyer. That seems a little too good. We're just going to pass here and hold up the defenestrate. Yeah, we could just kill the Awakener. That's not a bad plan. Yeah, let's do that. This thing's so good. It makes you do things like spend 3 mana removal on it. But math is right. And yes, give me a farmer, please. Well, graveyard value isn't the worst, but not hitting land kind of is. Unplayable hand. And lightly punished by the splash, although I think I'm playing with double Death Blooms, Death Bonnet Sprout. If I were not playing the Swamp, I'd be adding back a forest anyway. Well, the trouble is, what are you accomplishing by baiting the sack? You just let them draw. Because if they go for the sack, yeah, you can kill it in response, but they still draw the card. Right? Or are you thinking of something else? You get 3 more mana, which is not nothing. I mean, you got to keep these hands, I think, mostly. Like, I think if you mulligan in this spot, it's worse for your game, your win percentage in the long run, but we're kind of having a non-game here. I could block the Awakener with Sprout and make them eat one of these, since these are at least value, these are pretty good cards. And we're not even close to flipping this on creature count because we keep hitting lands. I'll block. And then I'm not sure what we need to get from here to make this even close to interesting, but hey, that's... Oh, sick tech. Who says you can't get the Castaway into your graveyard? Who says? Maybe we should move on. We're not a maybe. We're moving on. Wah wah.
He's dead, sir.
That man's dead back there. Must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
I wasn't even really looking at the life totals. I was just like, what can we do to not die? And then it became, what legal plays do I have? All right, this is much better. Still starting on Sprout. Farmer looks good on 3. We'll mill a couple times before then. Probably hit a land if not. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Castaway milled. Love it. Now we have Consider at end step. Hopefully finding an action spell on a land. We bin the land, so Farmer has a guaranteed get. Could also just wave this back, but maybe when it has become a 3/4 flyer, we do that. I'm going to Consider for now.
Consider this. Consider this.
Wow. Well, we get our splash land off the farmer here. I didn't want to consider on my turn. I wanted to use my mana. Instant speed, etc. Now what do we got? 2? Yeah, we've got a good chunk of our lands in the yard. That's not the worst. Oh, thanks, TB. Appreciate it. Thanks for the game. Yeah, we were talking about it. Sometimes this is a game we play. We get some non-games. I had a fistful of blue cards and a reasonable keep that didn't pan out. They know about the swamp, so we should probably just drop that. And then we have Wave Sentry as options here. Sending in the Hulk. And having the combat trick in case of double block is good. Can send in the farmer as well and also blow out a double block. So we'll just generally send this in, see what happens. Yeah, they're just going for the castaway. That makes sense. We're going to still apply pressure and deal with the castaway when it returns later. With maybe the wave. Could go Sentry Angler here as well now that we've flipped. Let's just do that. Oh yeah, good point. We'll just eat it. I forgot about that. Elgar didn't. Elgar's thinking. Eat them all up. Oh yeah, play this one too. Although now we're, I think, 2 in the yard instead of 3. But we'll get there eventually. Especially milling with a sprout. We could also rebirth one of the creatures in our yard, or just play. Maybe I don't worry about the sprout now. We just go cast away. Actually send back the Consider and the Creeper. Go backwards on sprout. But forward with the one we have. Like bounce. Yeah, bounce, Horde, and Jam is a totally fair play too, Rob. Rob doesn't want to just lose our Hulk to the Death Toucher, but it does get to come back down. Interesting line. This is going to be unblockable anyway. I kind of like send and let him actually make the trade. I like even sending the Shroom here. It's fine. We can just get going on the other one. Let's let him make this trade and keep being aggressive. And on that, well, we have a rebirth that we can buy something back for cheap here even. Trouble is I don't want to buy any of these things back. I guess we could buy the Creeper back and then play the other Sprout. But I also just kind of want to get up in the air here. I think I'm overthinking it, and I should just stick with my plan. The whole idea here was I was going to play that thing. I'll put the Consider back. And I wouldn't mind drawing a Creeper, but we have this other Sprout. So I'm going to just send back the Consider. We've still got a Coven, which is nice for the sentry. Startle's interesting here. But now I think we use the wave on the 3/6 and really just turn the screws. We can also shrink it, but it can still block the sentry. So I'm on wave bye-bye to the amalgam here. And send this stuff all in. Really, if they want to block the Drifter, we can startle and it lives, and we can still play the Bonnet. So I'm even sending the Drifter. And that looks pretty tough to beat. Especially with Rebirth waiting. You can get back either of these, but Oppo agrees. All right, we hit the 4-win mark. That always feels good. Near profit. Not quite profit meme, but near profit. Let's see. We'll give you a celebratory hair toss.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Bonnet, no green, so similar to last time. Swamp messing us up, but also similar to last time with Startle and Geist Wave. I'm gonna keep this. I feel like this is a keep. I don't know. If we don't draw a forest for a while, these could start to feel kind of silly by the time we get there. But I'm gonna go with my gut and keep this one. There's obviously some risk here. Forest off the top, I wouldn't hate if you just want to hook us up, but that not the worst either. Gives us some defense. You can even Geist Wave our own zombie to cycle through a little bit if we need to. Do want to find a forest pretty soon here, or at least action. Don't want to run out of things to do. See, that's interesting, because I don't want to run out of things to do, but with the Startle, we should be able to both survive the wolf and find a land, and then be able to, hopefully a forest, and or it doesn't matter, any land, and then Hoarder can help us find a forest. I say any land, and now I've given Magic Gods the leeway to deliver me an Evolving Wilds. Ugh! I screwed up. Now we're getting Evolving Wilds. I'll still take it. And I also like making them pump here and then startling. If we can time walk their turn, that's fine by me. They might just let him connect without the Death Touch and play something else, though. They know they gotta see the startle coming, right? And to that end, I am just gonna do it now. They saw it coming, that's fine. I'm going to prevent any damage from hitting the zombie. Yeah, I guess we could flip. Well, because I wanted to draw this land, but I could have represented a counterspell, but I didn't have it, so why startle? I mean, I don't know. I could have startled later. There wasn't much, but like it could have been. I don't know. We take 2 and then they fight. I don't know. But I didn't want to, given that I wanted, mainly what I wanted to do was draw a card. And then I was like, well, I could draw a card and prevent any damage from happening to the zombie, or I could just do it at end of turn. So I just decided no damage since I was going to draw a card anyway. And this doesn't draw a card unless I target my zombie, which I didn't want to do. Now I like just Organ Hoarder. Set up for the future. Oh, jeez. So how about we take a Shadow Beast since we can play it, and then we put the other two in the yard for later. And we get to surveil before we untap and try to find more land. Pretty easy. Oh no, sorry, this is the counter one. Well, pretty easy block on the Pestilent Wolf. Actually, I think we do that. Hoarder's already done its job. If it can get more, that's yeah, we can double block the 3/3, I suppose. Then yeah, let's do that. I like it. Missing good double blocks is definitely a leak of mine. Thanks, chat. That's a good double block, and I missed it. And yeah, I won't forget the scry. We'll see how many more times I forget to look for good double blocks. I wonder if they'll throw a counter on the other wolf before the Hound Tamer dies. I'm going to decline. We'll take that. We'll take any land we can get. And Farmer even gets it back, so it's kind of like 2 lands. Math likes it in the yard. I don't mind drawing it. We can use it twice. Yeah, you can put it in the yard because of Farmer. I'm keeping it because of Farmer. I mean, you can see how you could make the argument either way. And here I want more green. And I could creep and hold up the wave, and that ramps us to these. I like Creeper here holding up wave over Farmer. And then we can Farmer next turn if we don't find land off the top and know that we are for sure can get some. What's this thing? I should read my opponent's rares. Taps for anything. Protection from werewolves. Human creatures you control have tap for any of this creature's colors. And 6 mana, throw counters around. Okay. Do I let them land it and go for the exile? Surely that's what they plan to do, so let's let it happen. Now we gotta get it all. We get with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do Creeper plus Sighting or Creeper plus Farmer plus Sprout. And I think I like Creeper, Farmer, Sprout. Just put the most things out there. But that also means I should Farmer first and not let it screw me. Look at me, not letting Auto Tapper get me. Although I kind of want the red, and I should do it this way first. No, but I need that for the Creeper. So it's got to be like this, right? It's got to be like this. That's the only way to assure my plan. And we will get a wilds back for some extra thinning, I believe, over having access next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn we have 7, 8. We have 9 or 8, depending on Evolving Wilds or Basic Land. 8 just gets us the Rise. 9 gets us like Shadow Beast and Angler. I think with 8 having a real play, I'm just going to get the Wilds since it contributes to our thinning. Yeah, but that's true. So I guess we have a basic, so it gives us both options. Really, my thinking would be for the turn after. But yeah, it's another reason to get the wild since we have the basic option anyway. Good call, Hat. Kind of just outvaluing them here and hoping to get there on that. Ants, buy back ants, ants, rebuy ants. How about 6 ants? That's how we get ants. Some big ass ants. As if Innistrad didn't have enough problems, like werewolves everywhere. Don't go out at night. Vampires are gonna suck your blood out and turn you into a spirit. Oh, by the way, we also now have giant ants. It's kind of like the murder hornets of 2020. Like, really? We needed to pile on murder hornets too? We're flipping the sprout. That's cool. Maybe the fact that they no longer have spiders is why they have ants. Although I don't really think of ants as getting caught in spider webs. We'll mill that. We don't need that. Some good mills here. We're really cutting through our lands in the deck. Still drew action though, and let's move. I'm going to play the Evolving Wilds and move to combat. Although maybe I should just play the ants, because if they tap the creeper, we don't get to cast it. If they see that, I'm going to be sad, so I'm going to go ahead and cast the ants now. I mean, I think they're more interested in tapping the Hulk, but with the wolf, maybe not. So I like getting the ants out. Yeah, they're happy to trade off the Hulk. I'm happy to trade off the farmer. And 6 mana requires tapping, so they don't... Human creature control have... Oh, this is human, so this can add mana. So they do have the add a counter. So we can't make that attack. So no attacks. And we'll go fetch some more islands. Looks like only... is there a second Evolving Wild? So we got like 6 lands left in the deck. 15 cards. Still a reasonable shot to draw them. I guess 5 left. Attacking with the Sprout. Offering that trade. Yeah, I guess it only gets this gets bigger, but the trade stays the same, right? Yeah, rude, but we got nice value out of it already. I feel fine about that. I just didn't... We don't get our spiders back, but they had to use a card there. Don't I have a... I thought I still had a... Evolving Wilds, though. It's 5. It's 3 forests, 1 island, and an Evolving Wilds. That's what's left. And let's see what is on top. Good news, everyone. Even fewer lands left in the library. Yeah, happy to find land there because now we can decline and keep the carriage. I'm not sure if we have anything left that the carriage gets. Let's see. Oh, Rebirth. Digraph Rebirth. Which is a nice one. And Covetous Castaway, too. So we can consider either of those. We will exile Hound Tamer for the growth. And, yeah, pesky 4/4 there. They don't have the tools to make it a 5/5, though, so we do have a Hulk attack, and we should take it. And then see what we want to do after that. That's true. I do like the Castaway idea. But with this mana, we might want the ability to rebuy. Oops. Oh, well. Misclick. Sorry, I was talking about stuff, and now Oppo's got to be really confused. I'm just showing you that we can throw away a creature and still win, no problem. This is why streamers do worse on air than off. I'm telling you. Like, you think You think I'm making this attack if I'm not yammering on to chat? How is the Wolf of Fire? Oh yeah, the wolf can. Well, wait. How do they get it? I don't see. Let's see. So this has. How are you getting all that mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this requires tapping. Yeah. Okay. At least that part I got right. Whoops. Whoops. That's all right. Carriage, and see, this is where I kind of like the flashback. Yeah, that other thing is a worse top deck, but we got Larder Zombie. I think we're going to Phantom Carriage, and the real question is just whether we're getting the reanimation spell or the other flyer. And Math says we just want to fly. I guess that's the most direct path to winning. This is the most defensive. This gives us an out to, like, because if they kill the carriage, again, we get to rebirth the carriage and then get the angler. It's about protecting our advantage in the air. It's not about reanimating any of this, although we could reanimate an Organ Hoarder and not hate it. It's just protecting our flyer. But since they might have exile removal anyway, let's go ahead and get another flyer. And we can play this one as well. Trapper is going to be the really annoying thing here. Yeah, Ranger pointing that out. We need a second flyer or we're not actually making any progress on life total. But it chokes the mana. They cannot both tap our scary flyer and throw counters around without getting some more mana. And our Hulk continues to grow without mana, so that's a nice advantage there. Make him use the Death Touch eventually. $12 cards. We got to win in 12 cards, so that matters as well, but we're still not going to voluntarily draw land. And on that front, we'll take another look. Wow, okay. Get out, damn land. We want to grow here. Let's ditch the farmer. You would have kept the wilds? Why? To remove another land? I like just getting the action right now, right here, right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana is what we have. We can do a Shadow Beast. We can do Sentry plus Castaway. Let's see what they want to do vis-a-vis tapping here. Yeah, that's why we really need to get aggressive with flyers. And frankly, with Hulks, they can put 1 counter on something, but it's still a trade here by my math. Castaway does help. Puts real action back with 9 cards left as well. That's what I wanted to see. Let's get rid of this whole situation. Castaway, leaving us with 3 that we can then Sentry, and we'll figure out what to send back here. I don't know if we want an Organ Hoarder. We probably want the Creeper to rebuy from the Exile. It's playing well and fun, so I'm liking it a lot. Startle, probably a Geist Wave. And Creeper to get our value back from the yard, and like either a Death Bloom to just flip and get big there, or Hoarder, or even Shadow Beast isn't the worst to draw and then recast. Right? I mean, yeah, it's graveyard value, but it wouldn't be bad to draw at 4 mana. Yeah, Hoarder mills us again, that's true. We do want the air race, but there's nothing else here that really does the air. We've got an Hourglass, so I'm not worried about using the Hourglass here. This is the time to do it. Okay, Startle's fine. I think we're getting there on width here. And again, if they're spending time to trap, that's 1 fewer blocker at least. All right, got wide enough. Oppo had enough.
Is this a dead man,
that's not.
Doctor?
I'm gonna
Very
go.
dead, Mr. Spock.
That's for when I lose. Let's do this instead. And you get this now. We've gotten low, but it hasn't been a problem. And I agree that we've been kind of a tap-out deck. Profit secured. Looking good. Wow, allowing wilds into farmer is great. Could use a better 2 than a Geist Wave, but don't hate this. Don't hate Oppo mulliganing. And honestly, we'll just go and fetch the swamp now. Sure, we'll do this as well. Thin our deck of lands. Not gonna wave anything here. And we'll get a second green. We got a lot of double green. Evolving Wilds back will further get these lands out of our deck. Sultitron. Nice. Milled the Castaway. Don't hate that. And we got a 4 that I like better than my plan of Evolving Wilds to do something useful. We'll thin later and sight now. I should attack first, though, I suppose. Yeah, might be flip, but we're going to make him have it. At least we get a flashback. Flip doesn't exile, right? Good call. Good read. And I like doing it before combat, because now I like just holding off the angler with the farmer and not attacking. What does Castaway get back? Carriage is nice to put back in the deck. But we might try to do some other stuff before we Castaway. Get some cards we'd like back in the deck beyond the 1. We're under pressure here. I mean, this is why this whole sequence is exactly why Luis said this is a better card than it looks in this archetype, especially because this archetype successfully works at instant speed pretty well. Now we've got a Sprout opportunity, or we can even Sprout have 2 instants. We could turn it. Let's flip though. I like doing something to flip here, so that probably means Sprout, Geist Wave. Except, what do we want to Geist Wave here? We could Geist Wave the Predator. Trouble is, double instant on their turn doesn't turn it to day, which might be worth it. Yeah, you could bounce the token. It feels like a. I'd rather almost set them back the tempo than the token, but of course, blue-black does use tokens well. I'm definitely doing that. Not definitely playing this. Might be Evolving Wilds. Yeah, let's Wilds. Thin for land. And go ahead and bounce, but I am going to bounce for tempo rather than token. Yeah, we don't have startle. That's okay. I mainly wanted to make it daytime. I didn't care about using all of our mana there. We are really hitting the land pockets. A lot of land we're dodging, at least. We can Storm Rider at instant speed. I think, but then we let it flip to night. We don't want to do that, so I am going to Castaway now. And then we can play this next turn. Not much to shuffle back. And I'm actually going to go backwards and put the carriage back in the deck as opposed to helping flip our 1/1. And I will put the Geist Wave back. And I'm not going to put the Shadow Beast sighting back since we can literally cast it next turn, potentially. Although we can also Storm Rider Startle next turn, which might even be better. We could put a Wilds back, but I just don't want to draw any lands, even a Wilds. I don't think we should put it Wilds to draw to then thin. I'm going to do this. They let it go night, and now we can Storm Rider Spirit and Angler to flip it back day, which I like over sighting. But we can start with a Castigator attack. I don't have our bounce spell, so we're going to let that happen. And Spirit Angler here, and that's fine. Casting something at sorcery speed with flash, but it's just because we're trying to 2-spell on our turn. We can't even Storm Rider Spirit startle on their turn and make it daytime, because it only works now on your own turn. Yeah, that's what black-blue does, kills your stuff, so no surprises there, but we're just trying to bleed them through. And I like blocking double block here. There are cards that could make it blowout-y, but yeah, I guess Startle is pretty good for them. Maybe I should have considered that, but I say blowout-y because there you go, that was, quote, the blowout, but what we lost was an Angler that we can recast and a creature that had already gotten us value. You know, it's okay. Yeah, we flipped the Sprout too. All good. And sighting doesn't leave us with another play. We could go, but this keeps it daytime, that's fine. We'll do that. You like Angler Pass? I like 4/4 Pass. We don't get to keep any of our stuff up, but I don't know. That's okay. Go shields down again. I'm not using Geist Wave on a 4/4 anyway, of course. Yeah, they are. Yeah, we'll put it on top. At 12, we are risking Alpha, because we dropped to 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Can't really block this. These can't really be blocked, so it's like 6, 5, 4, 3. It's like going to a virtual 3, 2, 1. But then we can block this and not be dead. I think we have to take 5 here, but it is brutal. We are basically going to 1, but it's not 0. Funny, no cards in Oppo's yard to grow, so we've got to go to our own. And we'll farmer this. And then Angler. Keeping it day, and then Instance to keep us alive is the idea. I'm going to sandbag the land, I don't think it matters. Maybe I don't need to sandbag it, though. That doesn't really matter either. We have such a big mana deck, I don't like the heuristic of not playing lands. Siege Zombie to really help drive the precariousness of our situation home. All right, so probably need to keep the Startle for staying alive against an Alpha. But we could wave something. It's not going to go day-night. We could also just hold. We might just need to hold here. I would bounce the Menace, but we have plenty of mana. We can still do that now. Oh, I'm going to go my graveyard again and take out the Spirit. Of course, we still somehow managed to find land. Like, last night could not find land to save my life. Now we've got literal 3 lands. There were 4 lands left with 16 cards. We still managed to find one. Yeah, we only have 3 lands left, so 14 of 17. we have seen. And I don't want it to go knight, so now I'll wave the... I mean, I could wave the drifter and then we could recast it and we draw a card and have more blockers. Maybe I need to wave my own thing here to keep the card flow. That's not crazy to me, although it's maybe a little crazy not to have this defensively against potential alphas. I don't know, I'm going to do it. Thanks, deck. Love you.
You sounded like your dad.
Oh, well, checks out that I sound like my dad.
Oh, here comes the flood.
Oh, Siege Zombie is what I should have bounced, although they could have done this in response anyway. Maybe I need to bounce it now, or else we're at a virtual 3. We might just be dead, but not if we startle and draw into something. We need them to attack, and for us just to kind of startle into something. Then I think we're not dead. Startle the Traveler so we don't have to block it. And then what do we need to draw? Because we need to, like, Geist Wave. Startle into Geist Wave would keep us alive. Defenestrate as well. So we'll keep our black open. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I know for sure that startle alone is not enough here, that we need to actually find something else. And we do need to startle the Menace. But we missed. Got Creeper instead, and are not going to get there as feared. Actually, if there's any hope, it would be this. But I think we're just dead. All right, they finally got us.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
I mean, a second time, but... All right, we can keep this. Consider is going to be helpful here, hopefully, in finding us a forest sooner than later. Oppo on the mole. Oh, yeah. Come on, deck. Don't do this to us. Don't you do this. You give us a forest right now, deck. Right now. I'll take it. That counts. That counts. Thank you, deck. Especially with the farmer, that counts. We can wave for defense if we feel we need to. Good to see Oppo in the looting phase with the Pyre there. That's like, they were already mulliganing, and that kind of is a second mulligan. Kind of makes me want to bounce this for because we're not going to have free mana necessarily coming up. Yeah, I'm going to. They're down cards. We just need to survive, and I think we should be fine. So I'm going to send them back tempo. Found land. Wish. Still going to go with Farmer here, because we find a forest, we'll bring it back, play it, and Sprout, which I like better than Creeper. No forest to get back, but we did get our wilds back, and with nothing to play off the swamp or the island, we'll certainly go get another forest here. Morbid Opportunist is nice, but Oppo has some serious business here. If stuff dies, that's going to be trouble. Yeah, I should have played the black mana, sorry, but I wasn't really looking to do that. I wanted to go Creeper Sprout here anyway. I like the Creeper. I wanted to get Creeper out. Trouble time, though. This is where removal starts and our chances start to wane. We also really don't want our, playing Opportunist into Gissa with no plan seems like a terrible idea. Because if they kill Gissa, static ability creatures are the worst to play into Gissa, because then they just get your static ability creature and they don't have to attack with it. It just sits there decayed and providing value. This is so telegraphed. I mean, there's no way they attack with this and offer a trade. So, I gotta say, no blocks. There's no way that's a trade, a real trade. So I don't even really want to play out the Opportunist. I want to play Rise of the Ants. I think that's what I'm going to do. After I send Farmer and Sprout, although now they could kill the Creeper during combat. It's a little bit of a risk. I probably should have just played my Ants before combat, because now they could do a mid-combat kill Creeper. I would have other things to do, but it would be a blow. It's not what I want. Fortunately, they did not go for the Creeper, which I'm fine with. Well, they didn't get extra value out of the Farmer. Just looking at the Rebirth, thinking about what we might be able to get with that. Right now, the answer is not much. Maybe Sprout mills something. Oh, maybe Amalgam helps as well. So let's go Amalgam, Sprout. Yeah, I'm not sure what they were afraid of on lack of swings, but we're going to now try to get there on Amalgam. If they're out of removal, we could still get there. Just a 4/4 if they're not killing our stuff. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, just another Sprout now, since they'll both flip and start eating stuff. And we can angle out of the yard even. I'm not attacking this turn, so yeah, sure. Well, if they don't have removal, we've got a pretty good plan. If they come up with a string of removal, the rare could take over. But right now it's medium because they don't seem to have more removal. And I'm still kind of hiding the opportunist from it. Yeah, the fact that they are decay tokens makes this a fair card. If you just got the creatures, woof. I don't think so. I think we're still there on Sprout. 1, 2... Oh, maybe we're not there on Sprout. Oh, well. Whoops. We got 2 chances to get there, though, with 2 of them out. So I like our chances. Oh, now we'll take this. Oh, this exiles if we block, so we don't even... I was thinking, oh, we get a 3rd one there, but we don't. But I am willing to trade for the fodder for Sprout, at least. And it exiles so they don't get it with Gissa, right? And if they do get it, it's very... not much of a card anyway. Do they get the 2/1? Yeah, I guess they get depends on what exiles it, and we get to choose, right? Well, let's science it. Science. If it goes well for them, it's not that big a deal anyway. So we'll apply this next. Boom. Now let's see. Oh yeah, we did it. 1 creature and we can flip. Come on. Yeah. Oh, not the creature we were looking for. It was one of them flipped, the other one didn't. That's funny. That's funny. And we can Shadow Beast Sighting for more good flashback value that doesn't create blockers that that Gissa can get. Can we... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can even attack unblocked and still sight. But again, with the removal threat, I'm going to do this first. Oh, but I got to make sure we do it this way. Where I would have been screwed by the auto tapper. And as soon as we can turn these into 4/4s, it's going to get real. And this is one behind the other. So this can be a 4/4 next turn. This is just going to flip next turn. This can already attack. And that's not a critter. We want critters. So Outlaw or Interloper or Dread Knight. We'll take the biggies in case they can get him back. Interloper can't block. I don't want the... Yeah, we could crack the Creeper. That's not a bad point. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could crack it and even play a 7. Like we could play the ants, but we don't have the ants in exile yet, right? Oh, we do. Ants are in exile. Okay. That's making some sense. But also, it also makes sense to just keep it making Amalgam unblockable. I kind of just like doing that, honestly. I'm going to keep the attacks we have, and we get 2 4/4 swings. You like the opportunist now? Yeah, probably right. I agree. Let's let them... Go ahead. Take our opportunist now. The opportunity is now good for us. Ah, all right. Well, we know what we're getting with this. And for now... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can still do the exile thing if we want, but for now we'll send the 4s. Still good to send the 4s here. I could wait, but honestly, if they want to trade for Gissa, that seems fine. Oh, yeah, right. You're right. We're not getting it back. Sorry, I forgot about Gissa. So do I need to go super wide? Like, we can go... What if we attack with everything? What does that look like? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I mean, that's lethal. And then they can't block with this. And they block our biggest, and we still get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this is a forced... They could eat something, though. They could just, like, eat the creeper. They don't have to trade. So I kind of like... Yeah, I like the patient play. Let's only send token. They can't take it, and we get a really nice setup for the future. We could send this one to... Yeah, I guess we can send this one too. We can send the things that if they block, they need to give up Gissa to block. All right, used up all our hourglasses, but found the right line, so I'm happy. Why wasn't the Hulk a good attack? They couldn't kill it without giving up Gissa, so I liked it. Oh, and they're letting us mill? Are they going to try to kill us that way? I guess we're pretty low on cards, but that still helps us more than them. Farmer can't block. I know it's weird, but it got decayed. They took it from us. Yeah, I think we got it. And 2 non-blockers, 6 life. We don't even need to do anything special with the creeper. Hopefully that's just overwhelming. I mean, they got no cards, so I mean, this is just blocking for blocking's sake, I think. Right. Yeah, I guess our Hulks can eat stuff from their graveyard, but Hulks can eat stuff from our graveyard too, and it's quite clear that we have a graveyard synergy deck. I think they were thinking maybe one of their outs was milling, and that would help us that would push us towards that, but I don't think you want to target the blue-green deck with mill unless it's literally winning you the game there. Hey, Pablo. Yeah, it's been good games today. Not just because we're winning, but because there's been some comebacks, tough decisions, lot to think about with this archetype, clearly. I've screwed up sequencing all over the place and missed lines all over the place, but there's a lot going on out there when you have 12 land, 4 castable spells, and 5 creatures on each side. And this has just been, this has been the story of my week. Monocolored openers. Oppo going first. What do you think, gang? We got a creeper. We got effectively 3 chances to find blue before we're really falling behind. 3 chances at blue when we've got 7, 8, 9, plus farmer in a land. Is a close one. Not close for Media, close for me just because of the risk of ruin. But on the draw with 3 chances, I'm going to keep. Now we have a 2-drop we can play. That's good to see. One of our 9 sources of blue shows up in time. Do we want Castaway? No, we still just want... Oh, we just want Creeper. What am I thinking? That's what I was hoping for. Now we can 2-spell Castaway Sentry or hold up one of these. Yeah, it doesn't matter how badly you lose, right? You are accepting if we don't hit the blue, we had a non-game, but the bottom line is win percentage, not quality of the non-games you lose. And just go right to Hoarder since we don't have a 4th land. We can do that. Well, now we sure do. Single blue is okay here. Let's get our splash. We can amalgam next turn. Be 1 step ahead here. Media wants the island. That's fair. We do have a creeper, though, so we can double blue if we need to. And I certainly don't mind offering this trade. We have ways to get Hoarder back that are value-rific, and we're just trying to make it to the long game. And we have 2 powerful spells that look for the creatures in the yard anyway. Hello, J2S Josh. Welcome, friends. Thanks for the re-raid. Good to have you. We're just going to go with the amalgam here. Try to get some more value in our yard. No problem, Josh. Good to see you. Talk to you later. I mean, this stops the Kessig Naturalist, doesn't it? They're getting us low, but if we can get up in the air, this is, I just really want this in the yard. We just need some flying, handle this interloper, and then I think we can be okay from here. They're trying to jund us out. We're going to try and hold on. We're in the full count sitch. 6 and 2. And now we can hold up Creeper and a land for an instant on their turn, but go Shadow Beast sighting here and have blocks and startles and Geist Waves. We could go Castaway Sentry since we do want this to die. And then we still get the wave up. So I'm going to do that. Let's 2-spell it. The Sentry still provides some blocks. Yeah, they got Trample. Yeah, they got Pump. But we've got the Startle and the Wave to surprise them. And we want this dead anyway. I can't wait to throw this Castaway in front of the Tamer. Add the Sentry 2, and then the counter doesn't do it. So I like double block on the Tamer, and then single block on the Creeper with the ready to Geist Wave away or Startle away their response to these blocks. Trouble with this double block is they might just leave this alive, but as long as this ends up dead, that's worth it to us, so I'm going to do it. All right, so they're going for kill this. You know, I think we let that happen because we wanted this to die anyway. And if the trade on the Naturalist also gets startled, then that's actually great. So I think we are going kind of low on life, but this is actually okay by me. Especially since the trample damage here doesn't get through. Lot of pressure here. Don't like our chances, ironically, or not ironically, but like interestingly, because of the Thermo Alchemist more than anything else Oppo is doing here. We actually have ways to survive combat. We don't have ways to survive Thermo Alchemist pinging us from... yeah, but they wanted to threaten all that stuff. If they play this pre-combat, all of their tamer threats and everything don't work. Yeah, 4/4 keep up wave is the play, although we can also go Castaway, keep up wave, and the creeper, you know, that's not the worst. I kind of like that. Still gets our bounce. We lose one blocker, but we get a blocker for the air. Yeah, maybe I screwed it up. I don't know. We're gonna take what we can get. Maybe the amalgam back. Startle would be good to get again. I kind of did that hastily because of the rope. It depends on how they attack. Maybe I screwed that up, probably. But let's hold and at least have wave to surprise. Yeah, we could angle, but I like the wave as a blocker better, if you know what I mean, because it's a little more, it's a less telegraphed, so we might be able to win through this. I guess they're going for this no matter where we put it. So, but then if they do that, we could actually, yeah, that leaves us dead, but we're not dead. Yeah, we might need to eat this though. So if we eat this and then bounce one of these, we take 4, 5 potentially, but not 6. But then we have to win next turn or find removal. But maybe we find removal for the Alchemist. And then we're not just dead. And let's see where they go with this Tamer. We bounce. Oh, they're not gonna use the Tamer, because why would they? They've got lethal. So we'll bounce. But if they go for a pump, they can't replay at least. So there's that. And we'll get rid of this thing since it offers up options for them after combat if it's still around. So not looking good for us, but we're scrapping and clawing. Not giving up hope just because it's hopeless. Now we probably need to Geist Wave the Alchemist, although we can take 1, 2 from it if they find an instant or sorcery and then we're straight dead. What's the plan otherwise? Like we need to find the ants to gain some life. We can bounce our own thing to yeah, do we have any attacks? I guess we go Shadow Beast and then the question is, do we want Angler or another wave up? I do like how the wave is a surprise blocker effectively. So let's go Shadow Beast, hold up, wave, keep this blocker. I guess we could replace Creeper with Angler if we'd rather block. I mean, if we're going to do chumping, we'd rather chump with the Angler, so there's that. Yeah, if they have a spell, we're dead. I already acknowledged that. But I will go ahead and put the Angler as our chumper instead of our good card. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, sorry, I thought that was just UI. Darn it. Darn it. I didn't think we were going to get this one anyway, but that was me misreading my own UI. Sorry. I thought we were obviously casting that from the graveyard. But let's see. How do we want... Let's see. They throw a counter there. Yeah, that's still where we have to put the counter, although maybe we do this and just chump here and pile on here. That looks much better. All right, trying to play through my screw up here. And you're saying there's a chance. So now we might need to hoarder looking for an island so that we can have wave up. Or else now we actually do cast the Angler from the yard with the Creeper. That would actually work now. Creeper can cast wave, and that's true, and we do need to cast it. So, but let's see what we get hoarder. We need to find removal, because if we find removal, that's better than wave. Come on, splash removal spell. That's why we have it in there, right? Or is it in the yard already? That would be classic. Rooting for a spell we can't get. We missed, so... What do we want in hand? Creeper, I suppose. We're not... I guess we could mill spiders to get some life with if we keep the amalgam. So actually, maybe I need... But how do we do that? Yeah, I know we have to Geist Wave it now, but we Geist Wave, survive for a turn, then what helps us win? I was thinking Amalgam, mill Ants. Yeah, we might mill ourselves to Defenestrate. The milling doesn't matter in that regard. Yeah, let's take Island. I like Island as well. It gives us Geist Wave, but also a block, extra blocker. And we could even, we could start attacking, although we may need to pile on enough that we can chump. So yeah, forget it. No attacks. Bounce the Alchemist and not die. Why did it do that? I guess I'll play the Angler now, but why did it even do it that way? That's so weird. That's so weird. Oh, and I can't do this? Why can't I do this? Is there a bug? Or is there something making it more expensive? Help! Am I missing something? Yeah, well, at the very least, I can report that. We shouldn't have lost to that. Thermo Alchemist gonna kill us. We got to startle looking for removal. I guess I should attack and startle if there's attacking to be had, but there's not. So let's startle and look for removal. Farmer, not going to be enough. What? Oh, maybe you can manually tap it, and I didn't figure out manually tap it. Well, that bugged. All right. Dead, but we had a nice run, and I have a bug I can report there, and still probably get paid for this event. So, super profit. 6-3 with a archetype I literally have not played before. That was my first blue-green deck. A lot of fun. Cool archetype. A lot going on there. A lot of decisions to make. A lot of late-game value to extract. Good example of a deck that needs to have a plan and execute a plan. Hey, Circovitz. Welcome. Tron asks, while you worked at Wizards, did you and other workers there hear of crazy rumors from customers, players that made you shake your head and laugh? Oh, constantly. The misconceptions and bad info that Magic players share with each other is something. Poor Mark Rosewater being constantly misquoted is one thing that's pretty common in the... Mark Rosewater is kind of like the Bible. He has said just about everything, and if you just twist it all a little bit, you can argue whatever you want. So there's that stuff. Mainly, I mean, the thing all of us devs laugh about or shake our heads at is shuffler truthers. I don't know if any of you, mostly I attract non-shuffler truthers, but if any of you out there are the type that start to wonder, you're like, is this, you have your seventh bad draw in a row and you're like, is this shuffler broken? The answer is no, the shuffler's not broken. The Fisher-Yates shuffling algorithm has been known in computing for literal decades and is one of the easiest things in the world to implement. It's not impossible to have a bad shuffler, but it's pretty close if there's any kind of competent development team, any kind of, like just someone willing to Google the algorithm and paste it in. So, yeah, the laughing at shuffler truthers is one of the things I shook my head at the most. And it's just there's sometimes a lack of sympathy and empathy for designers, especially Magic designers who don't get the luxury of digital adjustments to their cards, and frankly don't have the benefit of being able to make very quick adjustments to their own environments. It'd be one thing if Wizards designers could, oh, you can't change the print on the cards, but you can add new cards to the mix really quick. So if you realize standard is broken, don't worry. We can go 3 months idea to print and you can solve the problem with newly printed cards. Now they need like a year and a half, 2 years. And so it's also hard for those designers to respond to stuff. So the other place where I would shake my head a lot is just in lack of really thinking through what the design process is for a tabletop card game like Magic, and especially taking into account the lead times needed for printing. Sir Elgar says, only once do I believe the shuffler was broke, and it was in the Magic Online beta where me and my opponent both drew only lands, and Mitgo went down an hour later for a patch. Well, there you go. If you do enough sample sizing, you can establish a broken... But see, and that's the thing. Elgar, I'm glad you actually brought that up. The thing that shuffler truthers don't get is that even a bad shuffler, if the shuffling algorithm was literally bad, it's either going to manifest itself in an obvious way, as Sir Elgar observed. Oh, it's simply not, it's not shuffling. It's actually just stacking in order of lands and delivering. So that's obvious. But if a shuffler had a bad algorithm in it that's still quasi-shuffled, you'd never even be able to tell. You wouldn't be able to tell, like, oh, lands are clumped or whatever. It's just like it would be not sufficiently random in some weird way, but it's very, very hard for a human to notice a broken shuffler without data, unless it's broken in a way that slaps you across the face and is almost funny, as in Sir Elgar's example. Yeah, you can't just use your brain to identify a broken shuffler that's still quasi-shuffling. You would need serious data to even figure it out, which is why shuffler truthers, I roll. Anyway, I haven't even said goodbye to YouTube friends yet, so a little shuffler truther spiel there at the end, and we'll say goodbye to our YouTube friends. Thank you for hanging out. That was a fun one. Glad to get back on the horse here with a reasonable result and some fun, interactive, and decision-rich games. That's why we play Magic, right? Right. Bye, gang.